Due to the weird culture we live in, where we have to sell ourselves on the stands of the social media sites and still try to be true to ourselves, we tend to target the perfection of dealing with any situation the best way possible and finishing it only from the first try. No room for failure. Everything is built in such a manner that if you don't work restless and excessively like a robot, you'll probably start to perceive yourself as a fraud, thinking that you don't deserve what you have. It makes you think that your success is not due to your knowledge and skills, but rather to luck or some kind of undeserved opportunity that crossed you along the way. If you tend to doubt yourself this way regarding at least one aspect of your life, don't worry. It is called the imposter syndrome and it can be overcome. The imposter syndrome describes why individuals doubt their accomplishments while feeding the internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. Even though they get positive feedback about their competence in a specific field, they tend to ignore it and stay convinced that they are not worthy of it. Although the imposter syndrome is not present in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, the Handbook of Psychologists, over 70% of us suffer at least once in our lifetime from this phenomenon. The term was coined back in the late 1970s by the clinical psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes, when they found that this extreme self-doubt usually manifests as a little secret of the most high achievers. Deep down, they feel unworthy of their success, even though they worked hard in order to achieve it. They attribute their success to luck. As Frank Clark puts it, it's hard to detect good luck. It looks so much like something you've earned. This extreme modesty causes you to ignore your progress, which in turn leads to low self-confidence and anxiety. Pauline's and Suzanne's research suggests that the imposter syndrome is caused by being raised in a family that either valued your achievements too much, either being too critical to your mistakes, or even both. After this kind of early education takes place, you'll be more prone to what's called the imposter cycle. When you have to work on a project, especially if it has a deadline, you tend to become anxious about it and start to procrastinate on it. After accomplishing the task, you feel relieved, but then you won't accept that you deserve your praises, because you think that it was the exception and not the rule that you have success. And of course, this leads to more anxiety and the cycle repeats itself. The negative impact of the imposter phenomenon is that it makes you over-prepare and work in an excessive manner only to do what you believe that others can accomplish in a more casual manner. It plays with your mental and physical health and, in the end, you're going to burn out. In social circumstances, imposterism can make you feel shy around people with at least the same level of intelligence as yours. And the worst part is that the more you accomplish, the more you'll feel unworthy of your success. But don't sweat it, you can overcome it very easy. First, you'll have to accept that you suffer from the imposter syndrome and to start talking about it free of any fear or insecurity. The majority of people are too, but they just don't want to talk about it, just like you, because they think that they're alone in this. If you still have the feeling of self-doubt after talking about it, the best solution is to take action. It is as simple as it gets. Can you call yourself unworthy of something you worked hard for? I bet you can't. And as a bonus, put that modesty aside and start accepting positive feedback. Remember them in times of despair. You are way better than you let yourself to believe you are. In conclusion, the majority of us feel this sense of fraudulence due to the lack of self-confidence, but it can be overcome by talking about it, being aware of it, and most importantly, by acknowledging the positive feedback and your progress. Also, appreciate that you have certain knowledge and a skill set that not too many other people have. It is your competence the reason of your success. Luck is not involved as much. So think about what you have achieved so far. Do you still believe that you don't deserve it?